Hello, everybody. How is it going? We're just going to wait and make sure that YouTube is updating properly. They're usually on a 30-second delay here. Okay, there's the advertisement, which means we must be coming in here soon. Splendid. Perfect. Lovely. Okay, so you all know why we're here, don't you? For those of you who are on Twitter, you know both reasons why we're here, but you still don't have all of the facts, do you? Let's get a Denver sucks in the chat. And for the individual who was asking why Denver sucks, it is because while not every big city and not every Democrat controlled city is what you would call a liberal shithole, the term exists for a reason, and Denver is the shittiest of liberal shitholes. Not to mention the fact that it's probably got more satanic covens than Hollywood and DC. It's a terrible, terrible place. And everyone has dyed hair and everyone's a snowflake. I'm politically biased. What do you want? Anyway, we're going to do what we usually do. We have some science to go over right now. We actually are not even going to be going over any of the papers that we've hit in the last couple of days since the last live stream because this issue with the sun is pretty much paramount and forefront. We're going to do that and got a couple little announcements. Then we're going to do Q&A, and then we have the biggest announcement of my career. The biggest science event, most important, most on point, maybe ever. It exceeds Sagan and Velikovsky by every metric at this stage of the game. And tonight you're going to learn the name of the ethical skeptic. He has tasked me with delivering that to you all this evening, and I'm going to try to do so in spectacular fashion. Tickets will be going on sale during this live stream. You are going to watch me post the link on X through a screen share. Those of you who have it can go right to it. You could also just look at it, type it up on a screen or something, whatever you want to do. Something between an hour and like 2 days is what I expect these tickets to last, by the way, to me and the ethical skeptic. I can't wait to start calling him by his real name, by the way, and tell you a thing or two about him. What an impressive, impressive human being. But that's all for now because we've got shit to do, don't we? Okay. Screen sharing. Nope, not like that. There we go. Hi, see me? Am I down there? Yeah. Oh, I'm little. I'm like Thumbelina. Awesome. All right, so this is the last hour and a half, 2 hours on the sun. There's not much happening at this moment. However, the problem is what happened earlier today. Right about here, we had X-class solar flare. I do have a bit of good news, though. You might remember earlier today we were worried about the protons basically surging. This was the high-energy polar proton storm. Literally right after the morning news, it kind of leveled off like that. It is still technically a level 1 polar radiation storm, but that's nothing any of us have to be concerned about whatsoever. This morning's X-class solar flare, let's go ahead and watch the coronagraph from that. I'm going to make that bigger. Okay, so here it comes. That's it right there. Full halo, definitely quick. We'll quickly watch here through. Nothing else has come off of the sun. I'll let that play for a second. When you've watched this and you've watched maybe 1,000 CMEs as I have, you can tell which ones are tight, dense, fast, slower. This one is, see if you can see this. Man, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. This one, it's like it had a double component to the shockwave. It's going to be hard to catch, but when the shockwave comes out, there's a double portion to it. And this is actually reflected. Do you see it? That's so hard to see, even for me here, like inches away from the screen. I don't know how well this is picking it up. Yeah, there's definitely 2 shocks there. And this is actually reflected. Let me go ahead and, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That's actually reflected in the Enlil spiral. So check this out. And this is ugly. So that's yesterday morning's CME. That's this morning's CME. Look at it catch up to yesterday's. And they basically strike as a 1-2 punch with extreme density and very high plasma speed. Now, this is a model. This is a guess. But having said that, if this is correct and it hits like this, and we get a significant south-facing magnetic field within the shock wave, we could get a level 4 geomagnetic storm, KP8, just off this. And of course, that sunspot is still within the firing range of our planet. Unless it does something in the overnight hours, it probably wouldn't be a 1-2-3 punch, which would be horrifying, unless it's like an X7, something like that, extremely strong CME. But still, anything that happens like tomorrow during the day, it means we have several days ahead of significant geomagnetic activity. I would say the chances that at some point tomorrow night, perhaps late into the night, but at some point tomorrow night, the auroras are gonna be fan-freaking-tastic. If this is anywhere close, and so here's the thing, I am projecting this. This is my analysis. This is my forecast, okay? Predicated on we get a hit like this, we will have low-latitude auroras tomorrow night at some point, somewhere, at some point in the night. Anyway, fun thoughts, huh? Here's what this sunspot looks right now. It has, it took about a day off. It took about a day and a half off. It had been pumping out a big CME about every day. You can see just how gnarly it really is right there. Can I actually zoom in? Look at how freaking gnarly this sunspot is. It's just so twisted. And here's something else we're going to do. All right, so check this out. I'm going to pull 171 angstroms, and I'm going to drop 1700. And so right in here, this is that big core of the sunspot. And what I want you to see is that in the ultraviolet light of shining ionized iron in the solar corona, the sunspot's invisible. But what I want you to see is look at how all the magnetic fields are kind of warped and twisted, especially here in the interior region. These ones are pretty large and spread and stable, but in here, that's ugly. Here, ugly. This is weird. We don't have the colorized HMI right now, but I would almost guarantee this is beta gamma delta right here. And here's the other thing. All right, so just to compare, let me see, because we've got some other sunspots on the disk. Take a look at some of these other sunspots. Look at, I don't even need to zoom in. Look at how nice and broad and stable, nice and big and stable. These sunspots down here, which are not flaring, big loops, nice and stable. Where is all the flaring coming from? The flaring is coming from right here. This mess, ew. This mess right here, this is why we're getting solar flares right now, along this line right here, which is also why it is, let me zoom out. It is shooting plasma along that line into this. Can you see this right here? This is the plasma filament. It's not super easy to see here. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm being a dumbass. That's hard to see there too. What's going on? I planned this better. All right, now the one, there we go. There's the filament right there. This is that amazing shot from yesterday morning. Oh, wait, I meant to be over here. This is the filament right there. That shot from yesterday morning. This little thing right here is what caught the massive CME and corkscrew, caught it around it. Right there. But that is why all of this, ew, look at that mess. If you want a sunspot that's nice and calm and stable, This is what it should be looking like. Okay, you've got some activity around the periphery of the sunspot, but this is more like a crackling surface. These aren't twisting, arching connections between umbral cores, which is what you actually have right here. It's not just a bright area. These bright areas up here, this is what we saw around the other sunspot. But these brighter patches are different than these streaks, these lines that are all twisted together. That's how you get a solar flare, because the sunspots aren't stable. They're moving around, they're morphing around. And all of those lines, if they're tightly packed in like that, much greater chance of them colliding. That's what a solar flare is, because the plasma is shining in ultraviolet light, because these field arcs are already accelerating the plasma to relativistic speeds. That means upwards of 99% of the speed of light. And then they crash into each other and you get even closer to the speed of light. And that's when normal matter can begin to emit in the electromagnetic wave spectrum. In this case, a solar flare, extreme ultraviolet, and X-rays. This is so ugly. Dude, better not hit like this. Just give me a second, all right? Yesterday mornings and this morning's. Man, that second one is catching up. Hold on. I'm going to zoom in on the bottom panel, the speed. All right, so let's watch it on this one. Then we'll go up and do density. There's the first one. Second one is much faster. Wow. And then, you know what? Here, all right. Do you see how the second one separates into two so that by the end there's 3 shock waves? All right. Got to watch this. All right, so you're going to see 2 CMEs leave the sun. There's 1. There's 2. But then watch this. It splits. That's because it's got 2 shock waves. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. And you can see there. Hold on. Let me actually go back. You know what? We'll just wait. All right. You can see my cursor there. All right. So check this out. It ends up being, 1, 2, 3 shock waves. Yeah, it's awesome. How do these X1 flares feel to Earth's magnetic field compared to 2003's X13? It was actually it's a little bigger than that, but I would say that like the X1s that we took are probably being felt like X4s, X5s, things like that. Still not kill shot rated, but all right, let's go up here. Boom. Yeah. It's interesting. The triple shock that they're showing here is not from what I was pointing out in the last go. It's from initial first CME, combined CMEs, second CME. Interesting. All right. So here's the deal. If there's anything to update, that'll be coming in the morning news, which, I mean, at this point in the day is less than 12 hours away. Okay. So we're less than 12 hours from our next space weather update. I am nowhere near as concerned as I was at points during May 2024. In fact, without further solar activity than this, I'm not concerned at all. I'm kind of excited. Like, I'd love to get a G4 storm, hopefully on the low end of the induced electrical outages and glitches and electrical fires and shit like that, and see some auroras again here in Colorado. I would love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that tomorrow night we have an excellent chance at that. I do not believe that we have any concern for a solar kill shot right now. If we get like an X10 overnight or something, okay, maybe that's going to change, but chances of that are not gargantuan. It's the last 7 days of the solar flares down here. Let me zoom in on that so you can see a little better. Last 7 days of solar flares. I mean, we could get one in the coming hours. If that's the case, we'll have that discussion tomorrow morning. But right now, this is more like okay, like we could have a light show in the sky, like reminiscent of the Vikings looking up and inventing stories of gods type of stuff. That's tomorrow night. You guys seem to like my funny tweet of the day I did last time. So I think that that's going to be a thing. And if there isn't one from that day, I'm just going to go back to the day before. This was my funny tweet, and I'm very upset that it didn't get more play today because I think this is hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, no, I said exactly what I wanted to say. I think this is hilarious. And most of you guys didn't agree, unfortunately. It's funny. Anyway, guys, hey, we are I'm not going anywhere, Goldco, don't worry. So goldobservers.com, they are the reason why in just a couple of weeks, all of you are going to get to see the Earth Disaster Cycle documentary for free here on YouTube. They are still price matching on silver, which to me still feels like giving things away or stealing from goldobservers.com. But it's their idea, so go ahead and do it. As I say all the time, guys, it is outperforming a lot right now and has been. When things start to go like this, 99.9% of people are going to think silver and gold is everything. And in the aftermath, gold is a perfect electromagnetic reflector, and silver, you drop some in water, keeps your water pure. Put it on a cut or a scrape, it releases antimicrobial ions when it touches blood. Gold and silver are not just, they're more in the survival and prepping category than you think that they are. They are more long-term useful than you think they are. If what's going through your head is, I can't eat gold and silver, your brain's not working properly and you're not thinking about this the right way. Goldobservers.com, keep it in the family. They are observers, and they are the main sponsor of the documentary that is coming out here very soon. So, what do you guys say? We go to the Q, to the A, and I'll make you guys wait a little longer to find out who Ethical Skeptic is and watch how cool I'm going to announce it. Was that a dick move? I'm so sorry. Not really. All right. You guys are really pumping out the questions fast here. Silver almost made it to 52 an ounce today. How about that? All that silver I bought a while ago is doing much better now. Whew. You guys remember X38 check now? You douchebag. Nope. Not to mention that I'm pretty sure the detector can't even go to X38. Tool bags. All right. You guys are really not doing a whole lot in terms of the questions right now. And it's unfortunate. Yes, Mike, it is funny. And I am a tease. Ethical Skeptic is a legend for his COVID vaccine work, but he's also not half bad on the pole shift stuff. So can't wait till you have your partnership with him. Yeah, we're going to hold hands and take windy walks. Hi, Gran. It's nice to see you. I got silver when it was in his 20s. But I think I'm a little younger than you. Or, younger than you. So we aren't being invaded by an alien mothership, right? No, we're not. And these are not the kind of questions I was expecting. Ben, if we get 3 more before morning, can it speed up the excursion? Maybe. I don't know. It depends how big they are. Who had the closest non-AI guess to your crazy equation tweet? A lot of people got it right. Not to mention the fact that I literally labeled it in the picture, so all you had to do was actually study it for a second. I've got one I'm hoping he answers, but didn't type the question. Red Sun Survivors Council. That's a cool name. Serra da Estrela, Northeastern Range in Portugal safe. You're pushing it. Monoatomic gold was a weird phase. It really was, wasn't it? How are we going to access our gold investment when the power is out? Investment? So they offer that, but they also offer the physical. And obviously, if you're not a dumbass, you pick the physical. Look at you posting these laugh emojis like you've got one over on somebody. Hey, Larry B, suck my dick, faggot. I'll tell you what, the people who do that yap, yap, yap with like the whole ha, ha, ha laugh emoji as if to explain like, oh, it's just so obvious. I'm laughing hilariously and you should too. It is one of the clearer signs of low intelligence. Bye, Larry. How can I move into Observer Ranch? You start by coming to give us a visit or sending us an email with reasons why we should consider the topic before you come to visit us. Did I miss the big announcement? No, you did not. I'm making everybody wait like a douchebag. When's the big announcement? Oh, this is hilarious. I'm just going to ignore that forever now. Are we going to make it in Northwest Iowa? Oh, no. I see your tab, pull shift with Ethical Skeptic. Well done. Yes, that is exactly what that is. What do you think of Stephen Burns? He's an absolute moron. He is not a geophysicist, and he's an absolute fraud. Anybody who watches him doesn't belong at this fucking channel. When you say kill shot, what do you mean? Crust displacement? No, the solar kill shot is the blackout, the solar EMP, the thing that sends us back to the Stone Age because it electromagnetically destroys all of our technology to a level where we literally can't rebuild, and things collapse faster than we could even dream of rebuilding. Not to mention that everything we would need to rebuild is also destroyed. The X-rays alone would just cut all wireless? Maybe. I am concerned about compressed L shells in the mountain making riverbed digging sense. Yes, we're all concerned about that. Katie Light, I think I love you. Do you recommend the grounding shoes Stephen Burns sells? Are you out of your fucking mind? Ugh. Idiots. Just take your shoes and socks off and walk outside. Grounding shoes. Talk about shit you don't need. Holy crap. What is the latest status on Campy? I don't know. I don't live there. Will you throw up Earth scale, please? Maybe. Actually, this isn't HelioViewer, so no, I can't do it on this. Would you be in an airplane when the plasma arrives? I don't think this is going to be that kind of scary. Jen B says, am I right to assume that the root cellar I built as a Nova shelter should not contain any metal inside nor be built out of any metal? If that is possible, that's the way it should go. Yeah. Wow. My goodness. I can't keep up. How is that even possible? Bruce says, this is my first time watching a stream. Love the videos. Hope we don't all die. Anyway, can you explain how the sun affects UHF radio? It makes it impossible to use. Had lots of static yesterday. When it ionizes the atmosphere, it basically, what you're skipping off of, can't skip it. The critical frequencies change. It gets lost in the noise. It gets absorbed. Not happening. Ben talked Stephen down. He's not going to tell you to buy Stephen Burns shoes. Shame. Denzo, did you want me to shill for Stephen Burns, the person who I think is an absolute fraud? I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Nice to see Brett mention the disaster cycle on Rogan. That is awesome. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. I agree, OW. Could we see a day with zero sunspot flare activity on the Earth-facing side during solar maximum the cycle? No, probably not during solar maximum, but we'll get it during sunspot minimum, and I expect several KP0 days. You guys remember those? Yeah, I think at this stage of Earth's magnetic pole shift, a KP0 day is going to be no small thing. Just throwing that out there, everybody, for 2028, 2029. Ben, do you believe Judgment Day is when the micronova happens? I don't know. It depends what you mean by Judgment Day. Hi, Ben. I forget all my X factors. So I don't even know what you mean, but that sounds problematic. Herb says, tell us more about the back and forth between you and Jun Ho regarding his simulations. I'm attempting to convince him to do my simulation just once. Earth has a large-scale crustal pattern that aligns with ECDO. Curious if Ethical Skeptic has seen it. First of all, he's the one talking about it, and I disagree. I know what you're talking about, and I strongly disagree. I literally I have no chance of keeping up. By the way, we are at about 400% the most people I've ever had on a live stream, so I have no chance of keeping up. Nikki, thank you for the teal pair. Gotta love it. Mark, Alaska. Whoa, no questions. Just missed a lot of live streams. Got to catch up, Mark. That was, my goodness, you were awesome. Ben, are you in touch with Ben LaCroix's archaeological research into ancient signs of the pole shift? No, I'm not. I don't need to be convinced. I know it's there. I know it's coming. I know what happened. I know what's going to happen. Good to see you. Thanks, Jeff Grimes. Good to see you as well. Do the homework, says John Cohen, and I couldn't agree more. Ben, can we get Goldco to make an observer's pin out of silver or gold? Maybe we could, but that would be really interesting. I don't know if that. I mean, really, like that would be cool, but like I don't want to like sell like observer silver and observer gold. They're sponsoring the documentary. They're the reason you're going to all get to see it for free. I think that buys them something, right? I mean, that's a very nice thing that they've done. PSA, Stephen Burns is a retard. Yes, he is. Is Nick Fuentes just Cody Rhodes' evil twin brother? I don't know who Cody Rhodes is, but Nick Fuentes, I got to tell you, the dude makes me laugh. What about Anton Petrov? I do not watch his content at all. He takes forever to say what I say in like a minute or two. And he's always like 7 or 8 weeks after what I'm posting. He's not necessarily wrong all the time, although he is sometimes. The problem is he takes too long to say something that could be done in this amount of time. And it's always like a month or 3 months after it was news. Bless his heart, though. He seems like a really nice guy. This is Anar. If I come to the ranch, do I get my own post-apocalyptic warlord? I don't know what that means. Send some photos. DM them to me on X. We'll see what you got. Tons of other people are anyway. Why not? Oh, Tampa Storm says she loves Stefan. Either she or the gay man loves Stephen Burns. So there we go. First results in Twitter search shows Tess's identity. It shows his photograph. Yeah. He put that up 2 days ago. And he's asked me to show his name. I can't, but every day there's like 100 to 200 people who like send me something and then they're like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hey, Ben, I saw that, or like some kind of gotcha. And it's like, no, not really here, blah, 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 blah. And like, not only does it never work for those of y'all who are trying to do it, but like, I don't even understand why. Like, what would you get out of that? Anyway, I don't know. Take mushrooms like Stefan. That's why he's so smart. That's funny. Do you believe in judgment? Stephen Burns is more handsome than me. That's very, very possible. Oh, did he put his thing up in, did he put his name on Twitter? That's fantastic. How much does a spot at the Observer Ranch cost? I don't talk about that. Divorcing, question mark. Separated for 5 years. Divorced a while ago. Is Jun Ho still relevant? I don't understand any of this shit. Put your iodized salt up your ego. Oh, newbie. Oh, I suppose we should get this out of the way because there's so many people here. If you're a liberal, if you're a Democrat, if you're a snowflake, fuck off. All of you. Just get the fuck out. We'll see each other again. Shiba dog squeezing a big red. I don't know what that means. What will these multiple X flares have on earthquakes in the coming future or a volcano? Like, I don't know. I'm not Jesus. I can't predict stuff like that. I have no way to predict it. I also have no way to keep up with this. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy thing. You know what I might have to do? I might have to see if this is easier to do on YouTube, actually. No, I can't do that. I don't want to pull that up right now. Only person you ever need is Ben at Survivor Ranch. I don't know what Survivor Ranch is, but it sounds like a cool place. You're a champ, Ben. Keep shedding the light on truth. I appreciate that, Native Patriot, and it's good to see you here. I feel like there's a lot of people here who are not here to ask questions. They're just waiting for me to do the promo and put up everything like that. I like Dr. Tamika Slav. She seems legit, but no, she doesn't share any of those ideas. She's legit as a mainstream scientist, and that's all I have to say. And she also takes forever to say everything. Oh my God. If I did the morning news and covered all the papers and all the other stuff the way she does space weather, my morning news would be 40 minutes long. Oh my God. Kill me. Like every once in a while, I'll like try to watch it and like I get into it and I'm just like, oh, this is fucking painful. Make it stop. How close could this storm be to the May 2024 storm? Not even close without more solar flaring, which could be happening this evening. Whew. So kill shot question mark says the dumbass lazy fucktard mother. If I'm using Restream and I'm not actually on YouTube right now, or I would block your dumbass for that. Very professional. Can I block you? Yes, I can block you. Goodbye. This is what I think of your professionalism. I did it that way. I tried being professional. Me and dozens of other people tried doing it that way for many, many, many years. We were met with scorn, disdain, ridicule, but most importantly, underlying all of it, cheating, manipulation, and lies. So fuck your professionalism. Bitch! Do you upload new research into Observer AI daily? No. I don't do much with Observer AI these days. All right, scrolling. I cannot believe how fast you people are typing. This is insane. Just here for the salt. Thank you, Sam. That's very cute. Leslie, thank you for the teal pear. Appreciate that. I really always appreciate the teal pears. If the equation is just at a basic one to help and you explain the nuances here, but people may not pass it along. Where I am, water on the coast went above 5,000 feet. People don't want to move. Can you elaborate that 5,000 feet is not okay for the coast? There aren't a lot of places on the coast that are 5,000 feet. Nitro Burp says, you're on YouTube. No, I'm using it through Restream. You know what? I'm blocking every one of you dumb motherfuckers tonight. Every one of you who tries to like, no. Actually, you're fucked, faggot. I'm in a great fucking mood. Like, this isn't even like the normal salt. I am in an awesome mood. Oh, awesome. By the way, I'm building a gym and a ninja course for kids at the ranch. Come see us. Mike just texted me that a bunch of the gym equipment got there today, and a bunch of it's coming the rest of the days. I'm here to listen to the tyrant. Oh, that's nice. I knew you loved me. First time in a live with y'all. Uh-oh. That's dangerous. People have come out of these traumatized before. This is the best version of Ben. That's fantastic. Is Avi Loeb a LARP? Yes, he is. And he's completely wrong. Comet Atlas is nothing. Pear, thank you for the teal pear. That is phantasmic. Barefoot Gardener, I was working late today. Have I missed anything good? No. Hey, Ben, just how far south in those northern lights? Bro, I'm not Jesus. I don't have a crystal ball. Drake, Colorado is our area. 7 Rainbow Trout Lane. Okay, I'm not sure I would have done that, Kim. Sun Tzu Lao. Yeah, actually. I'm blocking all the actuallys today. Andrea Drake, if it ends up happening, you'd have to come see me in person to get me to unblock you. Really appreciate you existing. Oh, that's really nice. That's nice. How kind. What a kind thing to say. Can you get open-minded approach to the ranch? I asked him. He does not live in this country. I love when you call me faggot. Right on, Tampa Storm. It's a good little faggot. How many days after the tsunami do the waves come? I think it'll be 3 days to a week. Good question. Thank you, Nikki SG. My 9-year-old does Ninja Warrior. That's awesome. That's fantastic. My kids want to get into it, and so I'm going to build a little thing so that they can do it. And so if you have kids, you can bring them to the ranch and they can do it. Look at Turtle Walker saying, I have a question. That's hilarious. I actually managed to see your comment amidst the thousands. The chances of me seeing another one, virtually zero. And you didn't even ask the good question. Did someone pull start your butt beads like a freaking lawnmower? Congo Corker. You caught me. Guilty. That's exactly what happened. Thoughts on Ganymede hypothesis? I don't know what the fuck the Ganymede hypothesis is. See you there next summer. Right on, Scooty. Roid rage. No, sorry, no roids here, buddy. Dude, you have any idea how much bigger I would be if I was on roids? Come on. You might kick my kid, man. What? You know what? Fuck you. I'm sick of you. I don't know why I didn't block your gay ass earlier. Enjoying the cast? Thank you. What will current induction do to rebar and house foundations under us? I wish I could say for sure. It's a risk. Explain how the filament captured the CME. That's a good question. To be honest, I think that the magnetic forces that had kept it suspended up there in the corona were in the direct exiting line of the plasma of the CME, and they were just strong enough to catch him. Just like that. What would be some piece of evidence that would cause you to perhaps switch your opinion to think ECDO was the more correct model? It would take quite a bit. It would take quite a bit. Thank you for the teal pear, Smokey. Oh, another teal pear. Thank you, Birdie. Appreciate it. Man, I think I've probably only got half the super chats here. Hello from North Idaho. Love the salty. Thank you, Delana. Joan Q Public, I did call you a faggot once, didn't I? I'm a little sorry about that. Never bet against Ben. When it comes to the big stuff, yeah. It didn't go so well for the Harvard Center for Astrophysics and the NASA climate team. Or anybody else who has tried it so far. Someday, somebody's probably going to get the better of me. Maybe. Are you I assume that's supposed to say microdosing. No, I'm not microdosing. When I dose, I macrodose. I go to fucking Saturn. It just doesn't happen very often. Jeez, Tampa. That's a lot, Tampa. Canada is cooked, man. Why are you so pretty? Oh, I like that you asked that like an Asian lady. Why are you so pretty? Ben, what are the skill sets you still need at the ranch? I'm not doing that on the live stream. Come see us or write us an email that convinces us to begin having that conversation without you coming to see us. Good luck. Micronova shell possibly radioactive at all. Not in the way you're thinking. Dude, did you type out the Ganymede hypothesis like I'm going to read it right here in the middle of the fucking live stream? Ben looks like he vapes. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I did for 20 years. I don't smoke weed anymore. and I don't drink anymore. That happened within 24 hours of getting this. So you can talk shit all you want. Talk shit all you want. I have virtually no bad habits, and you can see my six pack. I turned 41 last month. Go fuck yourself. Looks like he vapes. Your bitch looks like she likes me. Shut your fucking mouth. Got a little attitude today? Oh, are you new here? Truth speakers are smiling everywhere. Bush Ninja, I like that. What's your vice, Ben? Women. Are you kidding? Is that not obvious? Women. All right, here's what we're going to do. Because this question thing, I have to admit, I did not anticipate this many people being here right now. I am hopelessly overwhelmed at the chat right now. Chat, you won. You fucking won. Anyway, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to stop fucking commenting for just a second. And there's a very good reason, because I'm going to be asking you something. And I need to be able to see your answers. So I'm going to try something I haven't tried yet through Restream. I'm going to see if you guys, if I play a video, I want to see if you guys can hear it. So I'm going to play this RFK video right here. And I want you guys to tell me if you can hear it and if it's matching up the sound with his mouth. And I'll zoom in a little bit so you have a better chance of noticing.
The culture of fear that blocks innovation and keeps patients from proven therapies. But today, thanks to President Trump's bold leadership and unwavering commitment to restoring trust in public health and the courage of Commissioner Marty Makary, the FDA is correcting that mistake. After a thorough, evidence-based review of decades of scientific data, an expert panel, and public testimony, the FDA is announcing
this is a latency check.
Remove the misleading black box.
Is it matching up his words in his mouth?
Products. For the first time in a generation, the FDA is standing with science and standing with women. The era of...
That's lovely. What great fucking news. Are you ready? Are you ready? This will be fun. This is going to be fun. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I can't do that full screen? Okay, fine. This will have to do. May 1 through May 5. I'm going to tell you guys this. Ethical skeptic, Roger B. Cunningham, former U.S. Naval Intelligence. In his private sector, he has blended an interdisciplinary approach with incredible levels of rigor. You've seen it in his COVID posts. You have seen it in the detail of ECDO theory. And it is done with, one of his degrees is actually ethics, really. One of his several degrees is actually in ethics. He blends that ethics and complete openness, like in the way that I have to put it's like a tick. Every link, everything I show, it's underneath every morning show. I need you to be able to click it, read it, confirm it. Remember all the past ones you've clicked and put them all together. I freaking love this guy. He is exactly like me, just way more experienced, probably wiser. He's a little older than me. Couldn't be happier about this. Now, I'm going to say something else. I'm going to be breaking out the schedule a little more in detail here in a bit. So at all of the ranch events next year, all of them, there's a 3-day, a 5-day, and a VIP option. If you choose the 3-day event option for Pole Shift and you're not there for the last 2 days of me and him, and you're not there for the wrap up, good Lord. So I'm pretty sure you guys can't even see that up there, can you? Can I even zoom in like that? I don't think I can. No, I don't think it'll let me do that. All right, well, here's what I can do. What I can do is I'll come back here and I'll post it in a way that you can probably see it. There we go. ObserverRanch.ticketspice.com, Pole Shift with Ethical Skeptic. It would be much easier if you were just following me on X, because that is now posted along with that video on my, it's posted. We were watching my Twitter page, that video you just watched right now. The link is up. There are 80 tickets available. That's all we can do at the ranch. 80. That was the last check on the sun. Double shockwave coming. Expected tomorrow night. Probably, let me actually see what they're forecasting right now. G2, G3 for tomorrow. So they're forecasting up to a G3 storm. If it hits like this, there's a real good shot that hits KP8, G4. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Roger Cunningham is coming to the ranch May 1 through 5. This is more important of a topic than Sagan Velikovsky. It is more imminent in its importance. It is more magnanimous. And unlike Sagan and Velikovsky, who showed up together for one day, who engaged acrimoniously and were basically there to try to figure out who was right and who was wrong, that's not what Roger and I are coming to do. We are coming together because he and I have the same starting block, the same finishing line. We are walking on the same path, but we have come across a giant branch hanging down. I say we jump over it. He says crawl under it. That's it. We're not, this isn't a debate. This isn't a contest. This is he and I coming together, clearly explaining what's in our heads for all of you, and also seeing how we can combine this and move forward together. Not just he and I, but all of us. There will not be a live stream, but we probably are going to be able to record everything. Will it be able to just be posted for free on YouTube? Probably not. Most of the big events at the ranch next year are going to be filmed, and there's going to basically be like, there's something you'll be able to do. I don't know exactly. Kat and Mike and Barb are dealing with it, but you're going to basically be able to get access to all of the stuff through observerranch.com. No, it will not be free, but still, they will be recorded for stuff like that. Anyway. Yeah, what else is there? You guys have been watching this double shockwave. I'm going to say it again. I hope it doesn't hit like that, but at the same time, I kind of do. I kind of do. Just a little bit. I'll see you guys in the morning for the daily show. All right.